Hi everybody, it's me, Teresa Perrin, and I want to discuss AVCT and what I think is going on with you. Guys, please remember nothing I say here is financial advice. Always do your own DD. These are my thoughts and my opinions on what's happening, and I also want to discuss some of the things that I have been seeing floating around social media. Now, I apologize for being absent, but my cat will always come before anything else in my life, except for my kid, and obviously my parents. But my cat is very, very sick and actively dying right now. So unfortunately, I don't have a lot of time for the stock market, and rightfully so, because my time is limited with him. That being said, I do want to discuss AVCT because I see some crazy stuff out there. So let's get started. All right, guys, this is going to go in no particular order, but let's first start off with the fact that if you watched my last video, and I know many of you did, and many of you didn't like what I had to say about if this falls below $1.04, and especially below $1, this will be a falling knife. Guys, I didn't say that to be mean, to be anything. I'm long this position. Do you think that I like seeing the stock this price? No, absolutely I don't. I'm telling you what the chart tells me. If you're able to read charts, you can easily see that this was going to happen. It does not have support at these levels, guys. This is lower than it's ever been. Now, if you look at some interesting things as well, though, there's a lot of charts that I'm seeing that haven't been updated to reflect the reverse split prices. So it's showing like false support right now at 74, 76, 79 cents, which maybe holds true for this. So that's what I'm going to take away as a bullish thought of mine, because I find it very, very strange that the charts never updated the way that they're supposed to. Generally, when you see a reverse split happen, you see that the charts get updated to show this. So I'm puzzled. But anyways, I wanted to start there, guys. You know, obviously I don't like having to tell you that the price is going to fall, but I'm also very honest, which is why I get hate. And it is what it is. Hate me all you want for telling the truth. I really don't care, because I will not lie. And I'm not going to lie either by saying that I know when it's going to end, because nobody knows. And if anybody's telling you otherwise, they're full of crap. I can tell you what I see in the chart, but that's about it. As far as the entire market as a whole, guys, if you don't see how bloody it is, then you need to wake up. And if you think that stocks like Twilio falling aren't going to affect AVCT, I'm sorry, they are. If the big cloud companies can't hold the bid, how do you think the little ones can? Just saying. You know, it stinks, but it is what it is. Again, if you're still in this play, then you are probably here for the buyout and nothing else. Or, you know, potentially a squeeze if it ever happens. Who knows? But whatever your reason may be, you made that choice to stay. So hopefully you have conviction, as do I, which is why I don't let this ruffle my feathers. I just focus on other plays. It's not worth it. You know, it is what it is. I have to wait it out. And if you're still in it, you know, you have a choice. You can A, wait it out and hope that, you know, a buyout does come, or B, you can choose to sell. And you know what? Those are your two choices, and only you can make that decision. I'm not here to try to persuade anyone to buy this stock, to sell this stock, to hold the stock, to do anything with it. That's a decision that only you should make, and you shouldn't let any social media, Twitter posts, or, you know, YouTube videos or anything else influence that decision, guys. We're adults. We need to make these choices based on what we think is going to happen. And hopefully if you've done your DD, you feel that. Now, I think a part of the problem was somebody was saying that the earnings was going to come out on the 8th, guys, which clearly it didn't. I'm not sure where that rumor stemmed from, because I tried to squash it by telling people that you need to go to the company's website or the NASDAQ to see if there's been an earnings announcement. There is nothing on the company's website at last check. And here's the NASDAQ right in front of me. It says AVCT earning date, earnings announcement. Our vendor, Zacks Investment Research, hasn't provided us with the upcoming earnings report date. Because, guys, there isn't one right now. So hopefully, though, when earnings do drop in that I believe they give it via an 8K filing with this company. Hopefully that when that drops, we see something bullish that will help move the price. Again, I don't know because this company does not communicate, guys. It is what it is. Now, let me show you again, the outflow is way, way more than the inflow, which tells me people are scared. It's capitulation. They're selling. And you know what? It's not just in this stock. There's capitulation throughout the market right now. And guess what? This usually is the last thing that happens before stocks start to go back up. So I actually am glad we're seeing this. Hate to say it, but this is a bullish sign to me because I know the flow of the market. We are getting close. Yay to that. You know, does it stink intermittently? Yes. Unless you're smart enough to know that this is the time you buy. Again, not telling you to buy, but I'm telling you how the market flows. And that's not just in this stock, guys. It's the entire market. Now, you can see the green is the buying, the red is the selling. So all across the board, from the extra large, the medium, the small, all selling. Okay, that's all selling pressure you get in. The inflow was 502.95. The outflow was 1331.02 for a net outflow of 828.07. As you can see, the outflow is net higher than even the inflow was. So guys, that's the problem here. Okay, guys, so today we only had a volume of 3.28 million. That is less than half of our normal 3-month volume, which is 7.08 million shares. As you can see, the 52-week high we hit, 52-week low, we hit today at 78 cents, and the 52-week high is $46.95. Now, a very troubling thing that I read on social media, and please, I'm not posting it up here because if you're watching this, I don't want to insult anyone by it. I want to educate. But things like this create fear and uncertainty and scare people. So I want to call it to people's attention in case they saw this. And guys, that's people talking about how quickly the market cap is falling and saying that it doesn't add up. It 100% adds up because a market cap is given, guys, by multiplying the float by the share price. So here's an example using Webull. They give the free float market cap, right? Currently, our free float is 26.51 million. If you multiply 26.51 million by the price of AVCT now, which, at close was 0.7920, you get 21 million. That is the current free float market cap. Now, Webull is still showing that the shares outstanding is 27.5 million. Correct me if I'm mistaken, but I do not believe they added in the 5 million from that last offering, last month, which would be an additional 5 million shares. So that should be at 32.5 million, roughly. Off the top of my head, I believe that was somewhere around what it was. Forgive me if I'm off a little bit, but guys, dealing with a lot, so my mind is not thinking, and I just want to get these things out there and questions answered because it's frustrating to see what people are spreading. When the share price goes up, guys, the market cap will go up with it. Now, why the market cap never got adjusted on NASDAQ for being correct, I don't know, because I'm pretty certain we got the 10 days we needed, so that is still a puzzle in my mind, yet to be figured out. But now, this is not going to be showing in what I'm going over, but I want to address one other thing. The offering that was done, in 45 days, when they're able to exchange those warrants for shares, the share price has to be above $1.80 in order for it to be worth them to do it, right? Because that's what they paid. And in that offering, they paid $2. So guys, guess what? Whoever's having this lovely little shorting frenzy right now, let them enjoy their time, because guess what? In order for them to be able to cash in those warrants or be able to use them to their advantage, they're going to bring the price back up over $1.80. So if your cost average is less than that, now is a perfect time to average down. My personal thoughts, not telling you to do that, that's entirely up to you. You know, it stinks buying a stock when the thing's bleeding red, but you also have to look at, okay, there's warrants that come into play here. What do you think is going to happen when the 45 days is up? I can pretty much tell you what's going to happen from what I've seen in the past. They're going to get that price up there to make it worth their while, and those short positions that they have will be getting closed out, and they'll be going long to drive it there. My personal opinion, does that mean that afterwards they don't tank it right back down after they sell off those? It's very possible they could. I'm not going to say that's not going to happen, or they could do another offering, or Lord knows what else. These are a bunch of ifs, guys. I'm not saying any of it's going to happen, but I am going to say that they're going to make sure that they get paid. So, just my personal thought there. But, you know, a little pain right now. There's going to be some gains coming down the road. So, up to you how you want to play it. Now, the short interest is increasing again. It's 6.68% according to Fintel. How accurate that is, your guess is as good as mine. The short shares available are 100,000 with a 25.91% cost to borrow, which, guys, is slowly going up as well. The short volume ratio today was 45.78%, but guys, it's been as high as in the 60s. 62.73% was our 2-week high. Most days it's somewhere in that 50 range. As you can see, only 3 days has it been between 45 and 48%. The rest are in the 50s. So what does that tell you? It tells me that they're able to control the price here between that and the dark pool, right? They're clearly shorting the price down. That's proof. And look at the dark pool trades. The dark pool trades have accounted for 65% of today's total volume. Guys, again, it's absolutely crazy. This should not be allowed. But unfortunately, this is the system and it's very broken and it is allowed. So all we can do is play with what we have and use the tools in front of us to see what's happening, okay? Clearly, it's being shorted. Now, sweep orders represented 16% of the stock's total volume today. What are sweep orders? They're indications that a market participant is aggressively taking liquidity in a certain direction for AVCT. So, guys, you know, these sweep orders, they can use to try to, a lot of times you'll see them in options where they want to aggressively buy options. They'll sweep things higher than the price they're asking for just to take them all off the table and get their orders filled. Well, you know, they can do the same thing in stocks. Do I think that they're aggressively doing that for that reason here? Obviously, there's no options chain, but that was just an example that I thought you could relate to. No, I think they're kind of using this as a way to ping pong the price to get what they want. Block trades also were higher than normal today, which represented institutional trading. They're 13% for a total of 373,895. Guys, all I know is that it stinks right now to be in this place. It really does. I wish that it went in a different direction. I know a lot of you are upset with me for telling you that I saw this falling below $1 and this is what could happen if it did. You know, I was hoping it wouldn't. Of course, I think we're all hoping it wouldn't, but I wanted to prepare you, and I took a lot of crap for that, and I don't need any more crap in my life for being honest. I really don't. If you want to hate me. I really don't care, but you know what? If I'm being honest or somebody else is being honest and you don't like what they're saying, that's not a reason to talk trash, guys. It really just is immature and stupid, in my opinion, because I'm trying to help you, not hurt you. you know, everyone wants their stock to go up. Everybody's bleeding in this market, and those that tell you they aren't are either solely cash and day trading, or I don't know what they're doing. They went all in on like oil plays and gas plays and got rid of the rest of their account, which I wouldn't recommend at this point because they're starting to fall again, which I think is temporary, but it is what it is. Anyways, not to confuse you with something else, but guys, CPI numbers come out tomorrow. It's going to be another potentially volatile day. If CPI comes in hot, meaning like higher than expected, expect a sell-off in the market, because that's going to indicate that these rate hikes are nowhere near close to being over. If CPI data comes in below what they're expecting, then expect to see a rally. That's what I'm looking at. Hopefully, they come in below expectations. Could they? Yeah, it's possible, but do I think they're going to? Highly doubtful. Possibly come in at, although I think they went a little bit higher. I don't know, guys. I mean, personally, I don't think inflation's gotten any better by any means at all. So, unfortunately, though, it doesn't matter what we see, because guess what? That number is rigged too. They can twist it any way they want, guys. It's the reality of it. So, what do they want to achieve? Well, let's hope that they're looking to rally the market for the end of the year, because it's been so freaking crappy this entire year that they want to reverse things. I don't know. Am I hopeful? A little wee bit of hope based on some dark pool volume I saw today on the QQQs. Some heavy buying there, which makes me think, Also, some heavy shorting of oil and gas ETFs. So I'm thinking, when energy starts to fall and the dollar starts to fall and we see NASDAQ start to run, and that's a good sign. So I'm going to be cautiously optimistic going into tomorrow. Okay, guys? That's all I got for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.